part 4. Exactly where we left off. Let's speed run it a little bit and see what kind of endings we can get next. Let's skip this. You're here to slay, or if you don't, you end the world. You end the world, what are you talking about? It seems kind of bad. Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered I'm okay with any more? Alright, so I continue with the cabin. I've already done this.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Find the princess within. Ignore him, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Proceed into the cabin. Let's see what happens when we do like the silent protagonist route.
The interior of the cabin
Same
is almost
stuff. The blades are money. You need to find it. Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Don't want to fool you, this all permanent. Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
I guess I'm gonna make this one a little
You
quicker.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Behind here to the far
There's
wall of the
actually so
basement.
cold.
Okay,
Focus on the
this
task
was-
at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to
something.
kill me or something?
Nuh-uh.
Then
Okay,
drop
kid.
the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't
Why?
you dare.
Not. Let's
It's
drop the
fine.
knife.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
It's not. Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
You seem odd and out of it.
Against your better judgment,
Her
step
eyes look
forward
dead
to
in this
speak with
version.
the princess face to face.
Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
Will we?
Don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
Put the blade on the floor.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade
This is
on
so
the floor.
well written. What the
You're
hell?
going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Right? Thanks. Unfortunately, can't read that. A relationship. Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
We do. I'm here supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
That's suspicious.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Have you now?
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm
Years,
supposed to be
months.
capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so
She does have a point.
dangerous?
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? No, but I'm sure they have the reasons to keep information secret from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave.
I mean, everyone
At the
would
end of
wanna
the
leave.
day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Yeah, trust
Whoever
is
sent
something
you
that's
to
needed.
slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a
We are
point.
talking.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any
There's
other
from the
number of
alternate
good things that I'm
reality
sure
one.
you think you want to hear.
That's from the alternate reality.
But you don't really know me, do you?
No, I don't.
What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
True, you're a princess chained to a wall, and I don't know who you are.
She's
or
right
what your
about one
intentions
thing.
is.
Her word isn't worth anything.
It really is not.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
And both sides to the narrative.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I trust neither.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Who is the narrator? That's who I'm so curious about. Because why does he say subjugated monarch now? Did he die to her rule and that's why he has it out for her? Like, what the hell? Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna keep you locked away here at least for a bit and get to know each other. I better decide what to do. Let's slay her.
Charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand. You've already lost that.
She's like fucking Pacquiao right here. Like, let's go.
She casually sidesteps your thrust
Damn.
before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Looks like she was about to punch, not elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
No, we shouldn't have.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay as you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor. The princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Very true.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
But she's not squeezing my lungs. She's on my throat, so she's causing me to choke. So she's not squeezing air out of my lungs. She's stopping me from inhaling air.
I'm afraid it is.
All right, and
Everything goes
dead.
dark.
Again.
And you die.
The tower.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
End of the world. Okay, no, but I died. She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as... If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep... You know I can hear you, right?
Okay, same stuff.
She is not going to kill you.
Oh, the broken shit.
Let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
True. Let's go ahead. Let's see if I'm telling the truth. No, yeah, okay, I've already said this, but now we have a different guy. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
Warning.
Fast track this.
Before you go in,
Yes,
she
I
will
know.
lie.
She will lie.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
She didn't really
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
More pessimistic than realistic.
You're being annoying.
Very annoying.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that... I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world and rescue her. Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Slay the princess.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world.
No. Let's just go into the cabin.
Want. I guess I
don't have a say here. Alright, let's go into the cabin. This is like the 5th reality I've been in, so if you want to see all of it, you should go back.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Okay.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Shut up, pessimist. Let's take the blade. Let's go
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay.
Okay. Let's enter the basement, because if we approach the mirror, we're just gonna smash. Pass. Smash.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
Incense.
For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice.
Alright, let's
Still
keep going.
a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her boon.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Damn.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
She was not like this last time.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Dude, you thirsty.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down.
I'm definitely worried about
It
it.
doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright, let's go to the princess. Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Okay.
The princess
Damn.
towers over you, almost glowing
Step
in the
on
weak
me, mommy.
starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows
fuck.
around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
It doesn't look like that chain could be held by her.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Well, let's see.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Well,
Drop it.
no.
As if on command, the blade
Damn.
slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
I can't hold it.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen
Yeah,
to us?
narrator.
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Not by
Of
choice.
course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
No.
Kneel.
I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to kneel no matter
Oh,
what.
are you still
Oh.
trying to defy me? I said
No.
kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Those kind of look like claws, like a cat's
The
paw.
last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
You should crush my chest, but it said throat.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Well,
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
well,
Well, that
damn.
gives away the game, doesn't it?
Let's do
It
it.
certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a
It didn't.
valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
She kind of has,
You
but
shouldn't
I
have
kind of
trusted
want
us
to do
with
it.
her destruction.
Let's do it.
She is inevitable. Can't
She
you
is
feel it?
inevitable.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff
Talk her
those
to death.
pessimistic thoughts
Got it.
someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
Also, what is she thinking while like I'm just sitting here
The
not
situation should be
talking?
perfectly
Is she just
clear
like
to everyone now.
coming up with a plan
If
on
you're
how
going
to
to
kill
save
me?
the
Like, what
world,
the
you have
fuck?
to have faith that you can pull this off.
'Cause there's obviously
Can't win a
time
battle
passing
when
this.
you're already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to. You can do whatever you want. I'll just read before you sign. What happened to you after I died? I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care. Something new comes after. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it.
Sure. Why not?
But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I'll be your pet. Sure. What would you have me do?
All you have to do is break these chains
I'm
and
sure you
set
can do it
me.
yourself. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Interesting. Alright, I'm not gonna help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do this.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Is she gonna just crush me?
Pick up that needle.
She's not even calling it a knife now.
It's what? No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but you might as well pick up. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your
I'm gonna kill
senses,
myself with it.
but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Let's see. I wonder if there's like, if I do this again. I
You
wonder.
reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
I think this is pretty bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Yeah.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and
If I do
will
this
as you
again.
slowly rise to your
Oh
feet,
my God, there's
like
so
two
much to
foes
it.
forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
This is getting so intriguing.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
I figured that was
Don't
coming.
have to listen to her. You're armed. Just
No, I
steel
can't.
your nerves,
It won't let
step
me,
forward.
'cause I'm
and
not strong
end
enough yet.
this. Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Can I do it? Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against
She's
you.
like, ooh.
But you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step
Oh.
forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
I'm so curious if I collect more of the pieces of her, if I become more powerful to where I can resist her. And I wonder if the final one is resisting this version of the princess. This is such a
Then
weird
it slides
game, but
back
so
out,
good.
the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh
Put a
orifice.
thing of
Blood fills your lungs.
put a gum wrapper over it.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those
Damn.
are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I'm not listening to her.
It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
Yep.
I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin
Ooh.
that plop to the floor to join
Jesus.
the growing pile of blood and gore. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece,
Oh,
at least for now.
Jesus.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
So does she know that I'm going between worlds now? But screw it, I'm gonna keep that in select.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your
Damn.
blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the base.
This is like insane.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
True. Like, where's all your help
My
now?
influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one
Oh my
making
God.
things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Is she?
Stop.
Okay.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone
What
floor,
the hell?
the coppery taste coating your throat.
Damn.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
Heal me.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it?
I think she could heal me.
Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least
Very
one of
much
them is
so.
sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I'm just gonna keep going with it.
No! Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she
Slashing at her Achilles to knock her down. Yep.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a
Damn.
decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
She's on her toes, so now she's just gonna fall.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any
Damn.
time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and
Oh,
again,
she's
she
happy.
laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
This is fucking some weird ass BDSM roleplay, I will admit. You always get this. Okay.
It's not too late to become
What the
a princess.
hell?
It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for
No.
forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Do I? But I wanted to kill you, and you're not a god if I can kill you.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out,
But I punctured her
knocking you
heart,
off your
didn't I?
feet. There's an
Damn.
unsettling wet pop as your
So this is
spine
Attack on
breaks,
Titan now. Got it.
numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there,
How am I
broken,
still alive?
beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
How are we both alive?
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Why is using your hands such a bad
You
thing?
monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
This is so
The princess has
interesting.
been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two
So
of
we
you
died
perish
together.
together.
I should be long dead. She
I
literally
suppose we were never
beat me
going
to
to
a
get
pulp.
a happy ending here, were we?
And
Don't
I've
let
stabbed
those be
myself
your
50
final
times.
thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something,
Did I?
I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. everything goes dark.
Oh, he actually
You
thanked me.
die.
Oh, there's a chapter 3? This is the first chapter 3. What the? Oh my god.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
What the fuck?
I think he's upset.
I think he's a little upset.
What's he got to be upset about? We
Oh.
just killed a god.
Can I get all of the voices in one playthrough?
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. You'll get it.
This fucking game's acting and music is amazing.
Can't
Oh
say I
my
have much sympathy
god.
for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed.
Not wrong.
You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more
Oh,
interruptions.
you're gonna get interrupted a lot, narrator.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
Is
a
a
if
interruption.
your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
It's so
This is just
Those
great.
trees are fingers.
Let me cut to the chase.
was gonna
Clearly,
rain.
you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
So you do know.
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different,
What the hell?
isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
So you do know one we reset.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this
Let's
could
keep
happen.
going.
You knew we'd be able to restart like this.
He's known this whole time.
I know all sorts of things, which is why you should
He's
listen.
definitely known every time we've restarted. He's not.
That's not really an answer.
He's just trying to feign ignorance.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing
Yep.
the point of no return.
He knew.
Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better
Really?
take things seriously. Don't worry. We only need this one last go at this.
Is this gonna be the end
You'd
of my
better hope
playthrough?
that's true. And
No.
don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
You can't.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. And
It's
you're
gonna be
making
the
it
end.
so
I
much
have to be able to
harder
keep
than it
going.
has to be. So
Unless there's like multiple ends, like true ends. Okay. You said yourself that you know more than you're letting on. If you want me to go to the cabin, you better tell us everything. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If I slay her, just stay here or do anything else. So we hit this point of no return. Then what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers. We might as well see this through. Okay. You said yourself.
I can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place
So you
than
have
it is to actually help you.
I
do
wonder
your
if he's the
job.
third person he knows about
In fact,
all
I
the
probably
resets.
shouldn't have even said that. I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her. Really? That's it. That's all we're getting out of you.
He just wants to keep things going the way they are. But we've been given a second chance to do right by her. She can build something better than this. She can build something better than us.
I get it. You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here. I will tell you one thing, which is that even now you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been. You always will be. Do with that what you will.
But she's probably already. She should already be dead, unless this is what was caused by her dying and her godly form gave birth to this. 100 of
So what
directions.
if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got this say anything.
Ah, shut up. No one likes you.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
Yeah, thanks for that.
It did deep work. It doesn't count.
How does it not count?
We died.
We literally did.
You didn't submit to her. For all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
true.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking
You are truly
friend, I
broken.
don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Good. Just say anything else, we hit this point in Norton, then what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is, it doesn't matter, because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be
But win against
consumed
you,
with self-doubt.
Mirror.
Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything.
Oblivion's a great game, though.
absolutely
I want to flirt with it. Elder Scrolls 4 is amazing. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the cabin. Ah,
Good.
fucking
We're
sound
all on the
design.
same
Ah.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it. No final words of advice?
What's under?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's
You're not
fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Let's see what the cabin looks like now. Is it going to be fleshy? Oh!
The interior of the cabin is a place that
Jeez.
feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction.
Oh, it's just the mirror.
Carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in.
There's
the
no
warmth of
door.
starlight.
Is he going to say something about the
But
mirror
that is
this
how
time?
it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible.
This is horrible.
You did this.
I mean, you're not
The only
wrong.
furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its
Pulsating?
edge.
Ooh.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this
Let's
right.
grab the blade. Is the mirror again this time? It's blocking the
Mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement.
Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, but if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
Yeah, a mirror is something you walk through. A door is something you see a reflection. Totally.
What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we that we're succumbing to
Oh,
madness.
you've succumbed to
Something
madness,
in us
Broken.
is broken.
You are broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you.
It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Okay. Let's take the blade first.
Take the blade from the pedestal. It will be
Same
difficult to
thing we always
split.
say.
Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Let's see what happens with the mirror this time.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
Because it's a mirror.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Can we?
Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real.
Let's see.
No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
I kind
Don't
of
you want to know what we'll see in there?
Fuck.
We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Alright, I'm actually going to save this because I want to see what happens if we smash it and if we wipe the mirror. Let's wipe it first.
You reach forward and drag
Okay.
your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if
Okay.
on command, it slowly slides open.
Let's see what happens if we hit smash it. Smash
You
it.
bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement.
Huh.
As if
So
on
neither.
command,
Okay.
it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone
was
floor,
curious if that
its
was
ancient
mad.
hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odour an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
They really know how to, like, describe.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Is she gonna be like a mass of flesh?
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. We're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Let's see what she looks like.
It's our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make her?
A bird.
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. It's why your task is so important.
Let's see what she looks like.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted
Her feet
streams
became
on the charred
heels.
corpses
That's...
that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Holy crap, that's amazing looking.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare
Damn, my
and
heart's
weeping,
loud.
draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Please tell me.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them.
Can I just throw a
Cuff
knife
around
into her
wrist
heart?
digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
She's just gonna rip her arm off.
Then, the nauseating sound of the skin tears. It flops to the ground. She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her. She is loose, and she is coming for you. Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her.
It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win.
My god.
We've done it before and we'll do it again. This time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Oh my god. Let's see, giving up on destroying the world
The
happened.
world hasn't wronged me the way you have. Maybe I'll get around to it eventually, though. Once I've had my fill of you.
Jesus.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart
Why are there
set upon your destruction.
screws?
Horrifying squelch. You are unwound.
Oh.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Jesus. Okay.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Okay, I want to see
try and find
real
her?
fast. This is getting interesting. Because this is saved. Let's load. Let's see. Skip. Wipe the room clean.
Why am I? You step the air up.
She's not.
Continue down the stairs.
You make
It
your way
remembers
to
even
check
from
Princess standing in the
Skip.
center. Muscles flayed
Let's
and
see.
bare and
I'm going to end
weeping.
You'll
this.
try. And that's what I've been so excited for.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
Horrifying sweat.
Jesus, again.
You are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make... I feel
Okay,
cold.
so that happens. I'm gonna try one more thing. Dude, this is so freaking cool. Skip. Skip.
You make your way to the chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor.
Let's see.
Words are not repentance. Apologies and flesh works for me.
She backs horrifying
So
sweat.
everything will happen. Let's load back to where we were. That is so crazy. What the hell?
She's gone. And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me when here. But it's not the
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, this is what we all deserve.
Screw that. This can't be the end.
Alright. Let's go ahead. What do I look like? I've got to chapter 3 this time. I'm unraveled? But I look the same. Proceed to the cabin. Oh my god. Closure.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? What do you want me to tell?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what...
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
So we just can't die. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Damn. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
I mean, joke's on me for asking a dumb question like that. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. When I find him, you and her are finally going to have answers. He does. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. He does. Finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm going to stay here forever. How many more vessels do you need?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
This is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. Let's go
The
back.
next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
that'll be the end of episode 4. And I will see you all in episode 5. I thought I was going to be able to get through 2, but that one was super long. I will see you all in episode 5 and potentially the finale.